Alumni Ventures is America's largest venture firm dedicated to individual investors.
You would be maybe not crazy, but a little bit crazy to try and replicate this on your own.
An individual investor almost has no access to the kinds of deals we do.
A lot of the deals that we look at are highly competitive.
Our community ends up being both the source of our capital as well as our deal flow. Our investment teams are extremely vibrant and well-connected, constantly networking within these entrepreneurial circles.
Companies that we are identifying, pursuing, and ultimately investing in are the same companies generally that are in the venture portfolios of established, sort of traditionally structured GPs, and that's by design.
Alumni Ventures really is the only firm that's focused on the accredited individual investor, and the only firm that has this type of high quality and large volume deal access.
If you really talk to most individual investors, they've either made zero venture capital investments or they've made a couple of random deals through a few friends. They're not putting together a portfolio, diversified, adequately sized.
We have an approach of trying to provide more diversification than what is a traditional VC would provide.
One of the amazing things about Alumni Ventures is this portfolio approach we use.
Portfolios that we create for our investors tend to represent 25 portfolio companies.
We co-invest alongside lead venture investors who are also subject matter experts in those particular stages or sectors.
We have relationships with a ton of other VCs. We're doing about 300 deals every year. The way we gain access is one, through the relationships that we've built with other VCs, entrepreneurs, other portfolio companies, but two, the value that we're able to add.
We have 10,000 investors in our various funds. We have hundreds of thousands of people that are in our community. They have a tremendous network that adds value to our portfolio companies.
We have some huge success stories of us identifying somebody within our network who's really in a position to help an individual company generally grow.
We use our community to source deals, evaluate deals, support portfolio companies, and it provides capital for us to invest. So it's all interconnected through the network.
And we can make that connection through our network, and bam, we've got a deal that we're evaluating.
There's a lot of work that goes on at Alumni Ventures, which is probably not as obvious to our investors.
So I think venture is a 10,000 hours business. You need to put in the time. That's in building the network. It's in creating relationships with venture capitalists. It's creating relationships with founders.
It's extremely intensive and very difficult to put together.
We have a huge team in regard to venture capital, which is a lot larger than most other VCs out there. We're looking at between 300 and 500 deals per month across all of our teams. That's really the deals that make it into the top of the funnel that we take a look at and decide whether or not we want to dig deeper. Of that, we're looking more closely at about 75 deals, like actually doing diligence on 75 deals per month. And then of those, we are approving and investing in about 25 deals per month.
What our work is as an investor is to really whittle that down. It's thousands of conversations that then yield hundreds of relationships with companies that then yield some diligence that gets it down to dozens, and then those are the companies that we put into a portfolio at any given time.
So it's a highly curated portfolio, and the process of triaging all those opportunities to get down to the ones that actually clear process requires a lot of work and a lot of sort of consistent thinking and judgment and process that's outside of the scope of what most individual investors could actually accomplish on their own.
So when investors look back at the 25 to 30 companies in their portfolio, they can look at that and say, each one of those companies has the potential to be amazing. And I understand the storyline of each one of those arcs and where those companies could grow in their potential to be absolutely game-changing.
Alumni Ventures also provides all of the back office administrative services that are required to keep the operations going. That includes finance, reporting, accounting, tax documentation.
All of those types of things. So we have an approach of trying to provide simplification of managing a diversified portfolio, and then also trying to wrap that all up so that it sort of feels like a single investment decision for our investors, so they don't have to deal with all the complexity, which would be very difficult for them to handle as individuals.